Hey guys, welcome to Muse and Magic 1111, and thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your tarot journey. So, hey my Scorpios, my name is Aisha. I'm coming to you from Bay Area, California. I am your local healer, muse, spiritual advisor, intuitive, homeschool mom, and so much more. Typically, I start these readings off with a healing and a song, but today I just feel inclined to just dive in. So I'm going to bypass the healing and just kind of get into it. It's like, gosh, believe it or not, 3:50 in the morning, and I'm wide awake. I just feel like I need to get this message out to you all, and I haven't done a reading in a while. I'm not like most people. I don't do them every day, every week, or anything like that. I just do them when I'm called to do them. And so, um, you know, that's what it is for me. It's kind of like writing a book or writing music. You kind of can't force yourself. You just got to do it when you feel it, right? So I've shuffled this deck. I'm going to go ahead and lay out the cards so that we can dive in. Um, so okay, so let's get into it. So the first card we have here is victory and some endeavor. We have wealth. Oh my God, Scorpio, this is looking wonderful already. Great good fortune with the clover. Y'all don't trip off my nails. You probably aren't tripping anyway, and I'm bringing it to your attention, but I hate when that happens. I'm a little OCD, so just painted them like a day ago and they're already chipping. Whatever. Ooh, excitement with firecracker. Um, News is on the way. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. Um, a distant friend is thinking of you. The dog is far away. And broken ring, parting of ways in either romance or a business. And July. Okay. So, we can clarify some of these things. But anyways, let's just talk about the fact that wealth card is here. All these gold coins. So somebody is coming into some type of a financial blessing. I feel like that's exactly why there is news on the way. This is good luck, good fortune. So this could be a windfall. This could actually be, yeah, it could be a settlement or something like that, because this is victory in some endeavor. So this could be something that you've already invested in. It could be an investment, maybe something that you invested in and kind of forgot about, or but it's a surprise. It's almost like, because with this firecrackers, I think of things as boom, 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 like it's just, and you're like, you know what I mean? When you see fireworks, you're excited and it's beautiful, and it's like a beautiful surprise. That's what comes up for me with this firecracker card. It's such an exciting time because it's such a surprise. It's like out of nowhere. It almost startles you. It's just out of nowhere. Yeah. So news is on the way with the bird flying, and I think this news may actually have to do with this windfall or this wealth or this abundance that is coming in for you. Um, Also, this news could be for some of you about a loss. And this is wreath, so this could be a passing or a transition of someone. Maybe that has to do with this money coming in. It could be inheritance for some of you. And if so, I'm so sorry for your loss, for those of you who may be experiencing this. Um, because I know that transition is never easy for any of us. Yeah. So this is a distant friend who is thinking of you. For some reason, I think that this is, with this dog, like it could be a masculine friend. Now, that could be literally a masculine friend, or some friend that is just in a very masculine energy. Someone who's probably just a very hard worker, very dominant, domineering, controlling even. Ooh, please don't tell me that, Spirit, because I almost wanted to say narcissistic. So someone who's been far away or far from you coming back around. Um, it doesn't have to be, like I said, that particular energy, but I do feel like it's a masculine energy for sure. This is probably after parting ways for some time. This could be a business partner, but it can also be a romantic partner as well. Okay, and again, this is right above the news coming in, right? So maybe that's what this news could be about. Someone that you have not seen just kind of coming in, almost popping up on you like this firecracker in surprise, and coming in with some news of sorts. Now, July could be very relevant for this time. It may seem like a far off, but remember, we're already in April, May, June, July, so this could mean 3 months from now. There could be someone transitioning where this could kind of come into place. Possibly this inheritance, maybe, if that's one way. That's one of the things that's, to me, just coming up for someone. This other thing could be that someone could be coming in with this news within the next few months, nearing July, or um, all of these things could be happening and underway at this time, or you might be coming into these things and they might already resonate with you. However, July, for some reason, July could be significant for someone transitioning for some of you. And I'm so, God, I don't want to say sorry because I don't like when people say that, or condolences. It's just such, so, just to me, just overused and just kind of a now seemingly very mechanical reaction, automatic reaction, programmed reaction to when someone transitions. Um, for me, when someone transitions, I like to say give thanks because I feel like they've come here, they did what they were supposed to do, spent the time they agreed to spend here, regardless of what lessons have or have not yet been learned. And they came to do what they were supposed to do, to hold space, to hold energy, to experience in whatever way that they did. And um, they are now, no longer here. But um, have returned to ether, have returned to the divine source. And of course, if chosen and if they choose, come back here again, um, for a new experience. And so that's the circle of life. And I just give thanks for that. Okay. So, I kind of want to, ouch, get a little bit more into, let's just see. I just want to see what this wealth and this um, clover is about. Oh my God, my cards. This is such a huge deck. Um, and I also would like to see what this news is coming in for you. If we could just get a little bit more specific about that. Okay. So, hey, Spirit, for my Scorpios, let's just get clarity on what's happening in Scorpio's energy right now. What is this wealth and fortune about? Can you tell us more about that? So I feel like this is, apparently this is maybe someone, somehow, something, someone coming in to give a helping hand. This is about new creative ideas, new opportunities, new ventures, a fresh start. So it could be a new career opportunity for some of you. Yeah, opportunity or windfall. Opportunity or windfall. That's what I pretty much, yeah, an exciting event. So again, something exciting, just like with the firecracker. Um, and possibly a windfall. It's just, for some reason, that's what I'm getting. I'm not, beware of greed. And I feel like this comes up because when you come into an abundance of wealth, a surprise amount of money, even a windfall of sorts, you do have to be very mindful of the people around you, because people come from out of nowhere and everybody needs something. Everybody wants something or needs something from you. So you just want to be very wise with coming into this money or coming into this fortune, however it comes to you and however much the amount. We'll get a little bit more into that as we get into your money reading. Um, but my advice to you would be, if it's a very substantial amount of money, to hire a financial advisor before making any moves. Hire a financial advisor and hang on to whatever this disbursement or whatever this money is for at least 90 days. Don't make any decisions for at least 90 days. Let it settle into your spirit and your soul what has transpired and what has happened and the blessings that have come to you, and hire someone to help you manage it. Okay? And that will kind of keep those wolves away from you, the pigs away from you. Okay? So be mindful of greed and your own greed. Don't get greedy, and mindless about it and act like you've never had anything in life before. You want to be mindful of managing your coins, okay? So, what is, tell us more about this news coming in. What is this news coming in about? Wow, that just jumped out of there. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Ooh. So someone's coming in with news for you, Scorpio, or maybe someone is feeling tied down and frustrated, but there's some news coming in about this. But it's going to be good news. Literally, it says good news. Okay? Tell us more, Spirit. Mm. Someone's using their intuition. Someone's intuition or third eye is awakening of sorts, like their intuitiveness. And they're actually, I don't know why I want to say gaining a grip. They're actually gaining knowledge and trying to make some beneficial changes right now. But you are going to hear of that, and maybe they're going to come in and pretty much let you know that they're working on themselves or working on something. I think something has transpired back in November, okay, with this card. So maybe this is about something that kind of happened. But I don't want to say a broken yoke. I don't know. Because this is a yoke. But God, I just feel like this is frustration. This is just feeling, again, just tied down. But almost want to say there's a broken yoke somewhere. And I think this has ties to the month of November. Okay. Let's see. You know what? But someone's working really hard to achieve success here, and to restore peace and harmony with the wind chimes. Okay. So, is there anything else? Yeah. It's almost like something happened. Um, I feel like the month of February was very windy for someone. It was very stormy. It was very tumultuous for someone. Okay. And yeah, I don't know. And then there was like, I feel like there was some influence or something from someone who has a friend. This is like a same sex, same gender friend type of thing. There was some influence here or something. Maybe that had to do with this news, because again, this is the news that came in that brought about some type of abrupt change, and that might have had something to do with the month of November. And February was quite a stormy month for somebody. All right. Um, yeah, there were like some major challenge that needed to be overcome. And for someone, there's been some changes in your life. I feel like this has to do with this. Remember, this came up with the dog, a distant friend, thinking of you, but there being this broken ring, okay, this parting of ways. So there was a change. What's going on with this? Who's thinking of you, Scorpio? Who is thinking of you? So this is great passion. This is someone who you were either very passionate with or who's very passionate about you. Maybe the two of you had a very passionate relationship. Um, again, September. So something, something, September is significant in what way, Spirit? Why is September coming up? So in September, there was some type of hard situation. When I see the table, I think about major talks and, major talks and decisions are made over the kitchen table, over the table. And I feel like September represents that, that resonates with someone. Um, yeah, it was like unsettling times. There was unsettling times. There was no plan. There should have been some plan to move forward or to get ahead, move ahead, but there were no plans. It's like there was this is a very lingering, weird energy. Yeah. So the communication or something was off with the quill. Quills represent, the old pens and writing and communication. And so yeah, and I think this caused some distance between two people. So you and another person. Okay. Yeah, broken ring. It just, yeah. Mm, yeah. So now it's time for someone to get out of a situation. Okay. And this is the last card I'm going to pull because it's like Spirit is kind of like, this is what it is. Uh-oh. Yeah, and then the crib comes up. So maybe there was a birth or conception of a child or something that had to do with this. Now, this could also be the birthing of a enterprise. So this could be a business, some type of a business relationship or some type of a business commitment, but it could also be the commitment. I don't even mean to say commitment. I really just mean like a birthing of a child or conception of a child. So it's like all these, I feel like these things were jumbled up, and that's how the energy feels, like it was just jumbled up. That's why there wasn't the right communication. That's why there was like this separation or this broken, um, this broken ring, broken promises, broken friendship and relationship. Just, yeah. So that's kind of everything. And for whatever reason, this is like a September through November type of a situation. And then, of course, February was very windy for somebody, just hard times. It was like very unstable, very cold, very, yeah. So, but for sure, I feel like by July, the dust is gonna settle, and I think the focus right now should just really be on the good things, and that is the wealth and the abundance coming your way. Okay, so let's get more into that. So working with someone who has the same goal as you will increase your power and your reach. Someone wants to do business with you, collaborate. So there should be, remember there was something about opportunities that came up too with this wealth and abundance. So possibility of collaborating with someone and there being some type of an opportunity. Scorpio, I know that you're a person who's very charming. So um, you're someone who's very charming, who's very elegant, and that's pretty effortless for you. you have like a certain style about you, and it's almost like your voice or the way that you move, the way that you dress, the way that you just your whole everything is very captivating, very mysterious to people, and it's in it you have a way of capturing attention. And again, I just feel like this is very effortless for you. It's not like you try to do it, it just happens. Use your confidence to your advantage, okay? Especially when it comes to this collaboration. There's determination here. So consistency is key to achieving your goals. Keep doing what works. And don't quit until you're tired. Don't quit when you're tired, I should say. Quit when you're done. And that's pretty much the attitude of a Scorpio anyway. It's almost like once you get into doing something, I don't care if it's cleaning the house or, starting an essay or just whatever it is that you set your mind to, it's like you can't really rest until it's done. You have to get to the finish. You're very OCD about finishing and completing tasks. You're not much for procrastination. You got to get in you got to get from A to Z. Like you can't get stuck in the middle in between in stagnancy. Maturation, you are becoming more mature in handling your finances, taking responsibility, um, is exciting but challenging, and it's time to be dependable. So, um, I think that you literally, this comes up for you because of this windfall or this possibility of this money coming in. This is asking you, like we talked about, to be mature about this, right? Don't give in to greed, especially other people's greed. Be mindful, hire help, okay, to help you to manage this newfound wealth that you're coming into. So be very mature about this. Um, Act like you've had money all your life, and people with money know how to manage because they have people and situations and systems put in place to help them to continue to have money, okay, and to grow their money. All right. Healing. So your finances are healing quickly. Continue to do what's best, and you will soon see great results. You have gained the energy that you need. So that's really awesome. It's like this is like your finances are healing. And so, what I feel like this is more or less almost like a spiritual karmic thing that is healing, and therefore your finances are healing as well. Coming into this wealth and abundance at this time in your life, it's almost like I hear someone saying, I've waited all my life for this moment. I've waited all my life for this blessing to finally be able to be here, to finally be able to live like effortlessly. Like I don't feel like this is something you're going to have to work hard, 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 hard. Right? This is something that's coming to you because you've passed the test, because you're released from karma, past financial karmic issues and past life stuff. I just feel like this is your time, Scorpio. Yeah, lucky you. Now you have gotten, oh my God, like a whole handful of cards representing luck, wealth, and abundance. So trust you me, the cards do not lie. Um, this is your lucky time. Things are turning in your favor. Take advantage of this opportunity and make the most out of it. So again, I feel like many Scorpio people, life has been life, and things have been so serious. But this is now a time for you to just live. And this financial wealth, blessing, abundance that's coming to you is going to allow you to do just that. Just live without worry, without stress, without, you know what I mean? Always thinking about how to take care of others as well, and sometimes to a sacrifice to yourself and your own happiness or your own needs, but you'll be able to do it all. I just feel like this. Oh, I could just breathe easy. I feel like I want to tell you to just breathe easy. Life is going to be easy for you from here on out. You are good at promotions. So apply different marketing strategies to grow your business and continue to innovate or yeah, to innovate, attract more sales. Hmm. So this is about marketing. And maybe that's really about this collaboration, someone coming in here to help you with this marketing piece if you're not good at marketing yourself. I think that's been like the missing piece to whatever it is that you're doing because Scorpios, you tend to be so private and to yourself and protective of your projects and protective of your goals and whatnot. And so sometimes because we're like that, it can be really hard to market yourself and get yourself out there and get known and draw in people to you because you like kind of the idea of being private and exclusive. So if there is a way to market and still remain private and exclusive, right? Then maybe that's what this person will come in, this collab will do, help you to really package that in a way that will be successful for you in your business or your goals moving forward. So let's see, are there any other messages, universe, that you want to give to Scorpio? This is a new deck that a very good friend of mine made, and this is my first time using and release. Yeah, so this is release. It says, you set the standard of how you want to be treated by the way that you treat others. Those things determine how successful you will be in manifesting your heart's desires. There are no shortcuts. Hold yourself accountable to being your highest creation of you or version of you. You are the standard that your life will reflect back to you. Love starts when you can honestly love the person who is looking back at you in the mirror. So, of course, release, and that's so interesting. This is 13, divine feminine energy. Okay. And I feel this is like literally a release again of those old karmic, um, especially as it pertains to your finances, old karmic financial um, ties and bonds. This is, or cords, this is just a release, a time of release for you. Um, rhythm. The heat from a okay, my bad. So the best form of hustling is sitting still. Um, when there seems like there is no way out, that is when you go further within. You must practice addition by subtraction in order to reach higher levels of consciousness in this journey and must embark by themselves. When you sit still and go within, you are going through or going straight to the source that you have been distracted from by looking outside of yourself for the answers only your heart can reveal. Okay, so rhythm. And for someone, this is really about, yes, going inward through meditation, through being still, through stillness. I think this is a time for you to tend to yourself and make sure that you are at your optimal levels of health. If you're experiencing any ailments, any imbalances in the body, physically, spiritually, and mentally, this is the time to take for yourself, to heal, okay? To get in your own rhythm and flow, to get back to you, to become whole, to become balanced. And I'll pull one more of these. Namaste. Never take anything too seriously, not even yourself. Learn to detach from things outside of yourself that you define yourself by. This is the illusion that traps your age into enslaving your true self. Excuse me, your ego into enslaving your true self. Go through life never sweating the small stuff. Be as light as a feather. Your goal is to have no bad days, for what you focus on will become your reality. Take a breath. Woosah. Okay? Namaste. And most importantly, see the God in yourself. See the goddess in yourself. Remember who you are. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am healing from my own injury. So that was definitely a message for me. Okay. So let's get back to this relationship. We've talked about the general energies and how there could possibly be a situation of a conversation needing to be had, and some type of a broken yoke or broken tie, and a distant person thinking of you. So let's dive a little bit more. Tell us about this relationship, Spirit. What's going on with Scorpio in love? I have to adjust my leg, you guys. I'm so sorry. I gotta move this thing. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna have to get to a weird angle because my poor leg is trying to heal. Bless its heart. um, so let's see. This is, I feel like this. Okay, so you're dealing with a situation, and this situation, of course, has suffered, as most of us have, from some type of childhood, you know, experience that we've had. Our parents are our first teachers of what a relationship looks like. And when we have suffered, some type of a traumatic past from with our parents, whether it's judgment, whether we grew up with parents who were just strictly in the church. I know I did. And sometimes growing up in church and Christianity, it can feel like you are just, hell's angel, because nothing that you do is right. Everything that is enjoyable is a sin. And, you are just the center of all sins. The way you dress, the way you come, it can just feel very judgmental, until you really come into your own self and really learn the truth about those biblical stories and the truth about the commandments and what they really represented, which were, you know, really a derivative of the laws of Ma'at. And anyway, you just got to do your own deep dive and really just on your own journey of your own personal spiritual path. And, things will be revealed over time. So, again, having those family issues with parents who might have been absent, who might have been very hard on us, that rolls over into our relational situations and how we treat one another or our relationships, the opposite sex and our relationships, if you're a heterosexual person. Okay, and I'm speaking because that's how I know how to speak. This is of no offense of anyone, any same gender loving situation or not. I'm just speaking in terms I understand as far as how relationships work with masculine and feminine energy. Okay, um, so this is a situation that basically, has suffered from, some type of family issues having not been healed. That's really what it is. So someone needs to go through that. Someone could be healing actual family issues between them and a person in a family. So that can mean um, a couple who has children or a child together or something to the tune of that. Um, and it could be a person who had a family with someone of their past, an ex or something, but that's the residue of that, never really healing the familial situation. But something about that is affecting someone's judgment or just how they act and react in relationship. So the situation, it really needs a little faith and a little trust. Someone is needing to learn how to trust again, trust themselves, um, trust being vulnerable, trust letting someone else in. Um, and someone also needs to make a romantic gesture. It's like you need to trust yourself to be able to leap out and actually express yourself and be honest about your feelings. Okay? Now, that's whether it's you, Scorpio, or your person, or an ex, or whoever's trying to come back, or something to the tune of that. But this is, um, yeah, so there's a reconciliation coming in here. Okay? And this is someone who's obviously returning, from your past. This is a very passionate connection, so it's like I feel like when you're together with this person, this is someone who makes you feel very like you can just see they're a good kisser, they're a good lover. They're someone who knows how to cover you, like almost cover you, protect you, just make you feel like a woman. Okay, put you in your feminine space. And then for my masculines, this is a woman who knows how to allow you to lead. She allows you to feel like you are man. Okay, you are masculine. Um, in fact, she incites you to be your true masculine self. Um, this is a past life relationship, so you guys have known each other before in a past life, and maybe that's why it's so passionate now. That's why there's such a great connection. That's why there's this coming back around, coming full circle. Forgiving and learning. So as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So this is someone here who definitely needs to let go of the past, and that could still have to do with these familial issues, past family issues that need to be healed or that are being worked on at this time. Um, but forgiving and learning. Someone needs to forgive and move on. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Y'all know it's late. um, and I'm still wide awake. It's 4:30. So, Yeah, and I just think that this person's going to bring about a new offer, stir up new romantic feelings because this is coming up as a new love. Okay. Yeah, and so it looks like there was some type of codependency here, a codependency on someone else or someone, a codependency possibly on actual um, vices. That could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be weed, it could be whatever they do or you do to escape. Take it how it resonates. This is general, so it could be my feminines, it could be my masculines, it could be you, it could be your person. So but there was some codependency here, um, or some codependency that someone is dealing with, and someone in this situation just does not feel very free. You need to free yourself. Someone feels just kind of locked in right now, or just kind of whew. But this is about staying optimistic, pretty much positive thinking and faith will bring the romance that you're seeking, the romance that you desire. You have to trust, you have to have faith. So this is going to be some type of time that's coming up where you guys are going to spend some time together. It shows up as the honeymoon card, which is vacation time together. So someone wants to take you somewhere to travel to you, possibly. Um, yeah, someone, it's almost like I feel like someone's saying I waited all my life for this and then I just kind of fucked it up. Like, I had this moment of feeling like it just wasn't worth waiting for, like it just wasn't worth it. But then there was deception. So someone was being very deceitful in this connection, wearing a mask, not being honest about something, about their feelings or about something, wearing a false mask, um, hiding something, hiding the truth. Someone in this connection was not really, first of all, they weren't really loving themselves first. It's almost like I feel someone saying unworthy, okay? Feeling very unworthy. Yeah. And someone, it's almost like, you know, sometimes your soulmate may differ from your usual type, okay? Oftentimes, the soulmate will differ from your usual type, and for good reason, because your usual type is what keeps you on this redundant circle of having failed situations, right? Until you meet your soulmate. Yeah. And then someone didn't want to let go of control. They didn't want to lose control. Okay. So what happened was the energy ended up changing. I feel like the energy went droop, where there was all this passion and this love and this um this beautiful chemistry, even though the chemistry card hasn't come up, but I can pretty much bet it will. Um or it doesn't need to. But where there was all this chemistry, there was like an abrupt stop. It was like someone stopped exerting energy, someone stopped being flirtatious, someone stopped, you know, yeah, someone's cut off their energy. So, I mean, this is a soulmate. This is coming up again, soulmate again. Um, but whatever transpired, there was like some type of a red flag situation that someone did not pay attention to. Okay. Um, So in order to get to really know someone, you have to be able to be open, to be vulnerable. You have to be able to reveal your innermost selves to one another. And so that's what deepens the bond. And um, this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen if there is to be a reconciliation. See, I knew it was going to come up. There's a strong chemistry here. Okay? Very strong chemistry. Yeah. So separation is in reverse. So you're coming out of separation. Someone's coming back around. Something, even if nothing transpires from this coming back around, of this, coming full circle, there definitely needs to be some healing, some conversation, communication. Remember, we had the quill earlier. There needs to be some news that comes in. Okay. Spirit, what are the last cards? Yeah, because it's almost like, Scorpio, I feel like you lost your romantic feelings. It's like when you feel slighted by someone, when you feel like someone abruptly cuts you off, you give back the same energy. You give what you give what you get. You know what I'm saying with Scorpio? You get what you give with Scorpio. So yeah, there was like these romantic feelings, and then you just kind of reversed them. I see someone like a U-turn. Because Scorpio, you're the type of person who's going to give people what they ask for. You're going to give them what they want. You're trying to help them succeed in whatever choices they make. Okay? Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, make the effort. Someone needs to make the effort. Okay? Great love was worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay? All right, so let's just get some messages from your beloved. And let's just go from there. Oh my God. What does your person want to say to you, Scorpio? Whoa. Chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. Whoa. Just popping out today. Ooh, unexpected outcome. Things did not go the way that I planned. Unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. Isn't that something, how people can just be in their heads and their minds, like making up things that aren't even reality, right? But I think someone is recognizing that now. Responsibilities. I have to take care of my financial and emotional needs. And again, this is a baby that shows up here. So again, this is the second time there's been some type of a hint towards a family or towards some type of a birth or baby or something. Oof. I feel pain from the damage I have caused. Guilty. Pull a couple more, Scorpio. Oh. I want you to be a part of my future. So this is possible that someone may come back in with news about wanting a commitment, wanting an engagement, wanting a marriage, but nonetheless wanting a committed relationship. I'm afraid of what other people will think. Wow. And on the bottom of the deck, overwhelmed. The stress is draining me. The stress from this is draining me. Interestingly, this is a masculine energy on here, so that may be the case here. And Heart's Hidden Secrets, just one more, a couple more clues from here. What's going on? A longing, craving, aching, wanting. Pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. So someone has let their pride get in the way. You know, people always think that ego and pride or ego looks like, you know, just arrogance, but that's not always the case. Sometimes ego, even ego is any part of the personality, okay? Is the ego. Yeah, someone is in a bit of a grief state or depression because of this, over this loss. I hear, oh my God, I hear, oh, what's his name? Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel? What can't I think his name? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm having a brain fart. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Maybe you need to listen to that song. There's something in it for you, possibly. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away, escaping. And remember, escaping could be why that codependency card came up, because when people need to escape, what do? They drink, they tend to their vices, okay? Or smoke, or, you know, gamble, or whatever their thing, you know, to escape. Shop, right? Loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. So someone didn't, I feel like, trust. Someone wasn't reliable, and someone wasn't very believing in the situation. And remember, I said that February looked like a storm, looked like wind, and so this is emotional storm. Turmoil, unstable, affected. Someone is very affected by this separation, letting go, moving on, walking away. So, you know, Scorpio, this is just what I just said earlier. When someone tells you what they want, you give it to them. You're not the begging type, the crying, begging, pleading type. You're like, oh, okay, well, you made a choice. You want, that's what you want? Okay, do you, right? So you've let go of this situation and technically have kind of turned away from a situation. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Divine masculine, yang masculine energy, which is kind of, yeah, kind of a, in a way, a masculine energy, just, you know, you taking charge and taking control and just kind of walking away. However, um, yeah, you've said your farewells, you've kind of left the situation behind, you've had your closure. Although someone feels trapped now. And someone's also obsessed with you. Now, whether it's this person or whatever, because I feel like now they're obsessed, addicted, obsessed, and in quite admiration of you. We know that this is a past life situation. We've already established that, right? But this has been some type of a deja vu. This has happened before with you guys, and it's a karmic lesson for someone. Someone wants to try again and start over. Okay, after ghosting you, or after just being a fool, after disappearing, or being, or just, it's almost like this. I see this prairie dogging, right? Just kind of sticking in for a minute and whoop, stick it back out, stick it back in, and then whoop, coming back. You know what I mean? Sticking their head out for a minute, but whoop, coming back in, right? Going into a hole in the ground. And you're tired of that. You are broken. You felt rejected, Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? And while someone wants to now say, hey, it's you and it's always been you, it's only you, um, they're having epiphanies and awakenings at this time, right? Um, I just see where, there's going to be some type of shared feelings or whatever eventually, of course, but you're going to be a bit conflicted now because honestly, Scorpio, I just feel like you're not one for multiple choices, okay? You're like, I'm not, I'm second to none. I'm not anyone's second best. Um, and you're fucking exhausted. The situation exhausted and depleted you um, because of your efforts. It put you at your breaking point. And now you're healing. Uh-oh. Now you're healing. Now you're healing. So, you know, Scorpio, kudos to you because you're not one who's down for very long. You know, you're not one who's down for very long. You're not one for backpedaling and backtracking. And you're not one for begging and pleading. You know what I'm saying? You go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? You know how to read the room. You know how to take a hint. And even if you don't know how to take a hint, you know that when someone pretty much chooses or they tell you who they are, you believe them. Okay? So believe them. That's my first word of advice. Secondly, know that blessings are underway and someone is going to come back around. Now, for some of you, this person who's coming back around is going to be very genuine at heart, expressing their apologies and their love and the mistakes that they've made and how they want to try again. For others of you, this is a reoccurring situation already. It keeps happening and it's causing you, it's breaking you, it's causing you a lot of distress, anger, and resentment. And so for those of you who are experiencing that, because this has been a very toxic back and forth situation, and you know if it's toxic. If it's been toxic, then walk away. Your cutoff game is ice cold. Okay, Scorpio, walk away. You know who this is. You know if this resonates. You know if you need to walk away because you've already been trying to do it or saying you're going to do it and not doing it. Whatever it is, you know what it is you need to do. Walk away. And it is in the, oh God, it is in the letting go that you actually gain a grip. And I feel like when you finally do that, um, find the closure in that, that's when this windfall of abundance is going to just come pouring into your life. Okay, that's for some of you. For others of you, this is a very tender situation because you actually really do know that this person is your soulmate or is a soulmate. And you also know that this person, you guys are very passionate with one another. And I think you know that both of you were very hurt by this separation. We're very disappointed and very hurt by this cutoff, this almost like this energy ghosting of sorts. Okay? So you have to follow your heart in all things. Scorpio is not one to be thorned and hurt and who goes back and comes back easily or revisits the past. Especially once you've healed over, gotten over a situation and healed from it. So I just can only tell you to follow your heart and it will lead you in the right direction. I think that, you know, this person coming back could be quite very genuine. But at the same time, if they haven't taken the time to do the work and work on themselves within the last few months, maybe since these November and September months that kept coming up, then maybe they're still not ready to move forward. So just take that into consideration before trying to jump or dive back into something that didn't work out the first time because someone chose to go another direction. Okay, those are just, you know, the basics. Um, but those are your messages, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed the reading as much as I enjoyed reading for you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much again for stopping by my channel and trusting in me to give you these messages. And until next time, I'm wishing you optimal levels of health, wealth, and wholeness. And remember that love brings change, and all you're getting get understanding. Okay, we are the ones we're waiting on, guys. So blessings and again, wellness. Bye.